him, if you can't play off him enough to play him for the drive, and you have got to play up on him because he's going to rise up and hit the jump shot, well, then you're dead. You can't play him. That's why he scored 51 points. Not only scored 51 points, he scored 51 points. He only took 30 shots. 30 shots from 50 points is not a lot. Joe in Jersey City. What's up, Joe?
What's up, Mike? Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Hey, that was an absolute debacle. I just cannot believe on that stage, in that type of game, these referees should be accountable for what they did. They just ruined the damn series. I'm not watching anymore. It's an absolute joke.
Oh, it was terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was just so bad. I mean, it's not, that rule's not set up for that reason. Common sense. You're going to tell me that you're going to go back and review that kind of judgment call? You're there to see if the only reason you're going to the tape is to see if LeBron is below the dotted line. And what happens? He was 4 feet away from it. He wasn't even close. They probably shouldn't even have been near the videotape. Do they have a right to then change it? Yes, if it is something that is to be corrected. A call that absolutely is going to be one where 50% are going to say one thing and 50% are going to say the other is not a call you change. You could spend a week, you could put that call up and bring in 300 officials and 300 NBA coaches and college coaches, and it might be 150 apiece on whether that's a block or a charge. John in Tom's River. What's up, John?
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Good.
I think you basically stole the thunder I was about to say. I'm telling you, I don't get this rule. They went to review, I think you just pointed this out, because they're restricted. Why you let it change?
You are allowed to change it, but you're only supposed to change it if it is something that you're correcting. That is not, it's a judgment call. It's a bang-bang call. There's nothing to correct there. You make the call, it sticks. There's nothing to correct there. That's not a correctable error. You go to videotape, you go to the monitor, you see the ball's off somebody else's hand, you correct it. This is a call that you could spend a week on to decide whether it's a block or a charge. There's nothing but gray area here. You had Jaffe and you had Van Gundy both say they thought it was a charge. And Jaffe's considered the best official in the last 20 years. Don in Spring Lake. What's up, Don?
Hey, Mike. What's going on?
What's
Good to
happening?
have you back.
Thank you.
Last night, Mike, I'm 32 years old. I think I learned two things last night about the NBA Finals. That was the worst officiated game I've ever seen in my life, and that was the best performance by an NBA player in LeBron James that I think I've ever watched in an NBA Finals game.
That ranks. I put final games separate. That was a game that if it had ended in regulation, you could have made a case that was the greatest game ever played in the NBA Finals. It would definitely rank in the top 3 of all time in the NBA Finals. The overtime ruined it, took it down a little peg because it was 5 minutes of home basketball with Golden State winning. So he never had a big impact on the overtime. So from that standpoint, I can't use the overtime. It mitigated that. But to me, if it had ended in regulation, you could have maybe made a case. You could have clearly called it one of the 3 best of all time. You might have even done better than that. We're coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Chris in Lakewood, New Jersey. What's up, Chris?
How you doing, Mike?
Good.
I wanted to talk about the expanded use of replay. You know, a couple years ago, we were all complaining about how we needed more replay, and now that we got there, it is almost hurting the game rather than helping.
I don't remember any of us complaining we needed more replay in the NBA. I don't remember ever.
Well, NBA. Well, I'm talking about sports in general.
Well,
I
don't remember anybody complaining too much about wanting it more in any sport. To be honest with you.
Well, baseball definitely. Everybody. I remember a bunch of complaints about the replay in baseball. And then now that's even becoming a problem.
You have to stick. I think you have to stick to the sport you're in. I don't think you can start generalizing about every sport. I think you have to stay in the sport you're in. I think that's the only way this can work. Santiago in Jersey. What's up, Santiago?
Hey, Mike. How are you? You're right. You're totally right. I think my view is this guy was supposed to be betting or something because you changed that call right there. He just knowing that he was going to change the outcome of the game. It's crazy.
Listen, I don't like to go there because there's nothing to be gained. Listen, they didn't cover the point spread anyway. There was a very big point spread on the game. The bottom line is it's only game one of the series, so it's not impacting the entire series yet. From a standpoint of, that night doesn't mean the Warriors couldn't win the series. But this series now is irreparably harmed by the Cavaliers, who put forth an unbelievable effort, had a chance to steal game one, got a 51-point performance by their star, and had a legitimate chance and had pulled out with their effort, with their 19 offensive rebounds, had pulled out this game, it looked like. We're going to be in a commanding position with the ball +2 and the ball with 36 seconds left. And they reversed the call. I mean, just outrageous. Josh in Waterbury. What's up, Josh?
Hey, Mike, just real quick. LeBron with the ball with 5.7 seconds left in the game. Why does he pass the ball? Why does he not take the ball himself?
He fed the guy for a layup.
I know, but he was like he was looking to pass and not.
Wait a second. Wait, Josh. Your point is that LeBron scored 51 and was afraid to take a big shot? That's not really your point, is it?
Well, Josh,
go tell that somewhere else, please, okay? Because I can't even comprehend it, okay? The guy scored 51 points. You're telling me he ran away from the ball? I mean, come on. I can't listen to it, okay? He fed the guy for a layup. It's basketball. When they run players at you, you feed an open player. It's how the game is played. Bill in Marlboro. What's up, Bill?
Hey, Mike, you're right on. Their behavior is insane.
Oh, I can't take it. I can't take it. I just can't take it.
Just one more, though. How about Green, after the game in his suit, up there smiling, doing jokes like he's charming and funny? I can't stand that guy. And I'll tell you, I don't give him as much credit as a player as you do. I don't think on another team he'd be anywhere near. He is so lucky to be with that group.
He's a good player,
I can't stand that. He's good, but Mike, he's on the next.
Listen, he's good, but he's a fool. He's a fool on the court. He's always looking to start. He's always looking to start trouble. He wants to start trouble every minute of the day. He complains on every call. But they're just so hard to like. They're just so disrespectful to their opponents, to the game in every way. It's just they can't lose enough for me. But right now they're loaded. Ryan in Breezy Point, what's up, Ryan?
Shame in it is you finally get a compelling game late in the fourth quarter, and honestly, it's on the league, Mike, because the college rule is you can go in there and you could correct the RA play. You cannot correct the contact.
Yeah, well, they changed the rule. Yeah.
But in the NBA, it is within the rules that they can make a call reversal based on legal guarding position. It's on the league.
I
thought it was a block.
No, it is on the ref from this standpoint. You have to use judgment. They want you to correct a play that is correctable, visibly correctable. That is a play that is not visibly correctable. It is debatable at best. You had two of the leading guys there. You had Van Gundy and Jaffe both say they thought it was a charge. To me, they had no evidence to back that up. It wasn't like, oh, wow, we see that it was clearly a charge. It wasn't clearly a block. It wasn't clearly anything. That's the point. Change it if there's something outrageous that shows that it has to be changed. That did not even merit being touched. It was at best a 50-50 call. Dave and Selden, what's up, Dave?
Hey, Mike, what's happening?
What's happening?
I'm not even an NBA fan, and the Yankees were canceled, so I got sucked in and watched it. That call is outrageous, and I'll tell you why. I don't care if it's basketball, football, hockey, soccer, golf. The idea of replay is to take care of the egregious error, the gigantic error. When you watch that play in fast motion and in slow-mo, it's a bang-bang play. You can't get rid of the obvious error, the colossal error. That's what replay should be used for. Not for something like that. They got totally screwed, Cleveland. And I'm not even a fan. And they got use it for the egregious call, not for that.
Completely got screwed. I mean, absolutely. That's not what it's there for. If he's inside the circle, fine, it's over. We know that. That's the rule. We know that. But he wasn't even close. Mike in Floral Park, what's up, Mike?
Well, Mike, I'm steaming. I'll tell you, it was the greatest game I've ever seen a person play, considering what this guy has had to go through to get through all these series. And then once again, here's a basketball fan like myself. I haven't watched a freaking game in 10 years, but I want to watch LeBron. And here's what it did. I'm telling you, I will never watch another NBA game again. Watching LeBron James did what he did, and this freaking replay rule in every sport, it's always wrong. It's 100% awful. The only sport that gets it right is tennis, and who cares about tennis? I am so sick of professional sports. I will never watch another NBA game again.
All right. Jordan in Tom's River. What's up, Jordan?
What's going on, Mike? Welcome back. How are you, man?
What's happening?
First of all, great job on Twitter, Mike. We love it.
Thank you.
But I want to talk to you about this, the fact that they called a charge at the end. Now that it's, what's the deal now at the end of games now if this happens again? Now, all of a sudden, anytime a charge goes in the fourth quarter, the coach could sit there and say, hey, take a look at the review. So now
remember, the only way he's allowed to go is to check whether he's inside the circle. It's the only way you can go there. If it's not there, you can't do it. It can only go there if it's about, and that's why they use the guise of the fact that they thought somebody else was inside the circle because and may have made contact. That was what I was told the statement was, because LeBron was so far away that how could you say LeBron was in there? So that was the guise of which they even went to look at the replay. That has to be the thing that takes them to the replay. Kenny in Rockland County. What's up, Kenny?
Mike, I'm just against replays in general. I mean, I think it's compelling when you have human error be a part of every sport, whether it's the officials or the players. And I just think errors happen. I just like it all happening in real time. I realize there are going to be some mistakes, but isn't that a part of the game too?
Yes, you know what? You're right about that. Now, listen, as long as we all accept that they're human beings and that they're going to make mistakes, then you just take it as being part of the game. I have no problem with that. I think I think your point is well taken, and I think it's true. Rich in Bayville, what's up, Rich? Yes, Rich. Rich going once. Back after this.